Hi and welcome. I am Punch Life Back, Catherine Browning, and I'm streaming on behalf of the Matrix Guard. We are an epic fellowship of unstoppable heroes that are triumphing over things like suicide, bullying, and hatred. This is a section that comes from our coaching show on twitch.tv/the Matrix Guard. And today we're going to talk about one of our power-ups, which is meditation. And specifically, I want to focus on talking about what's wrong with most of our thinking and show how awareness can help improve our thinking, and then learn that basic power up of meditation that everyone can do to increase their awareness. So overall, guys, this is maybe our very first step to taking responsibility for our lives, because research shows that our thinking leads directly to our emotions, which lead directly to our actions. So if we want to take responsibility for our lives and make our lives more of what we've always wanted them to be, or just to wring life dry a little bit more while we're here, it's all about what goes on between our ears. So our thinking creates our emotions, which create our actions. So to affect our emotions, right, we must change our thinking. And this is mind-blowingly good for us because it shows us that, one, we can take responsibility for our lives. And two, we know where to start, right? Like, that's an amazing gift that mankind has not always had. It seems so intuitive and so straightforward, but we haven't always known this or thought this way. So it's a good time to be alive. But knowing that this is true is not enough. And that's because most of us are on autopilot and completely unaware of our thinking most of the time. We don't yet have the awareness to realize that our thoughts are what are creating our emotional reality and driving our actions. So some of our automatic thinking is beneficial. For example, we as human beings have to make thousands of decisions every day. If we had to decide each and every time consciously to breathe in and breathe out, or to swerve left instead of right in traffic, no, conscious thought requires a ton of effort. So we have to have subconscious thinking that we're unaware of. But a lot of that also gets in our way and undoes our well-being. So for example, a thought that we might have is like, I suck at dating. And if you have a date coming up, that's going to lead to anxiety, which could very well then lead to a failed date. If we think I have nothing to offer, that probably is going to generate feelings of sadness, and then could very well result in avoiding people, which will then loop back and create more loneliness and proof that we have nothing to offer, right? Another example that can be very common is a belief around nobody's trustworthy or everybody disrespects me. And that brings about a lot of feelings of anger and can lead to loss of friendships, lots of work, all those kinds of outcomes that aren't usually beneficial to our well-being. So until we become aware of and change our destructive thinking, we're doomed to repeat the negative consequences of our habitual thoughts. They're kind of like nightmares that we're trapped in, and we really want to get out of them, right? So awareness is the key. It's our ability to be conscious of our mind and how it's working. It's that gap, that space, that pause in which we can stop living via autopilot and start taking control of our lives. And here's where research saves us again. Mindfulness meditation has been proven to increase our awareness. So it's one thing to go, okay, our thinking creates our emotions, which creates our actions, and I need to have awareness to start working with my thoughts. It's a completely other thing to build that awareness and to know that what you do with your very precious time is actually contributing to your awareness. And that's, research says, mindfulness meditation is one very effective way to do this. I used to think that meditation was just this spiritual exercise for reaching enlightenment. It's so much more than that. It's a practice of learning. And like all practices, it requires the consistent or habitual application of effort. And for mindfulness meditation, the practice is the repetition of mental exercises And you know, it can be draining, especially at the beginning, because it's a mental exercise. But over time, our ability to be aware and take responsibility for our lives does grow. And if you want to dive into the research behind meditation, I highly recommend the book Altered Traits. Science Reveals How Meditation Changes Your Mind, Brain, and Body. Again, it's Altered Traits. And it's written by Daniel Goleman, who is a psychologist, and Richard Davidson, who's a professor and meditation researcher. And they really do a great job at summarizing the body of meditation research. And they've concluded that meditation creates not just temporary changes in your brain, but permanent changes in your brain too. And here are the changes, okay? You learn to notice your thinking. That's the awareness bit. You learn to notice your thinking. Your thoughts lose their power over you because you finally see them for what they are, just thoughts that aren't necessarily true. Your ability to focus and concentrate increases. Your memory improves. Like what? You stay calmer under stress, and you feel freer because you are less self-focused over time. So consistency and total time meditating matters. The more you can do and the more regularly you can do it, the faster and longer lasting the changes in your brain. The minimum time recommendation for each day seems to be 30 minutes. So Goleman, for example, says that if you can only do 10 minutes, try interspersing it throughout your day. So maybe do 3 10-minute sessions. So, you're really getting 30 in, right? But if you are like me and 30 minutes isn't something you're likely to stick to, then start with less, right? Like, don't let a 30-minute bar be your failure for not doing this. So, because some meditation is better than none, and consistency matters. So start small, start with what you can be consistent at, and then do it. So your goal then, should you choose to accept it, is to start with whatever amount of time you can be consistent with, and to do that each day. So I started at 5 minutes. I have friends who started at 1 minute. And then once that becomes a habit, you can slowly increase your time spent meditating each day. You want to be the tortoise, not the hare, and you'll get to that 30 minutes a day sooner than you think. So, okay, how do we do our meditation power up anyways? Loosely speaking, we are mindfully meditating anytime we are choosing to focus on something specific in ourselves or our surroundings. So the sound of a fan, your breath, a mantra, which is just a repeatable phrase. And when your mind wanders, and it will wander all the time, you gently return to your focus. The key is to be non-judgmental. The purpose isn't to be perfect at focusing, but to practice 1, noticing when you've lost focus, and 2, returning to your focus. It really can be that simple. And when you do it over and over and over again, that's meditation. You notice you've lost your focus, you get your focus back. You notice you've lost your focus, you get your focus back. That's meditation. And it's not true that you must be sitting in the lotus position with your eyes closed. You can meditate anywhere and at any time, even with your eyes open. So you can meditate while waiting in line by focusing on the sounds around you, right? Or the people around you. You can meditate while walking by focusing on your feet as they hit the ground. You can meditate while riding the metro by focusing on your breathing. The opportunities to meditate are limitless. You just have to choose to do them. So, I have a lot of, if you go to our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/thematrixguard, you can look at past videos, and there are a lot of 5-minute guided meditations in there. If you want to do some meditating right now, pause me, go do that there. That'd be fantastic. So your opportunity, should you choose to accept it, meditate 5 minutes a day, every day for the next 30 days, or whatever amount of time is reasonable for you to do. And after the 30 days, increase your time at a reasonable amount. And your ultimate goal is to meditate for a total of 30 minutes or more each day. So options to help you out is to go look at our guided meditation VODs at twitch.tv/thematrixguard or at our YouTube channel, The Matrix Guard. You can join me whenever I'm live streaming, and you can find that schedule on our Matrix Guard at Twitch. You can use Habitica, which is a free game where you can gamify your habit building. We have a party in there of adventurers who are building their meditation habit. If you want to join us there, you are more than welcome to email me at info@thematrixguard.com for the invitation. You can also use free apps like Insight Timer. It's my personal favorite. And you can check out shambhala.org. That's SHAMBHALA.org to see if there's a free meditation group near you. They do a lot of really wonderful introduction mindfulness meditation for free. And if you're in a big city, you might have one nearby. So guys, in summary, developing awareness of your thoughts is the first step towards taking responsibility for your life. And it is one crucial way to boost your well-being. Remember, your thinking creates your emotions, which create your actions. And in order to start taking control and responsibility for your life and not being on autopilot with your thinking requires awareness. And maybe the most proven, efficacious way to build your awareness is through mindfulness meditation. And you can do it in as little as 5 minutes a day, being consistent over time, working up to 30 minutes a day. So I hope this power up was helpful. Until next time, I am Punch Life Back. This is the Matrix Guard. Stay true and never settle. Mwah! Thank you.